Hello everyone and welcome back to Football Manager 2020 and the final game of our second season at Tottenham. I think it's our fifth season overall, or maybe sixth season overall as a manager in this series. But it's not necessarily going to be a happy one. We have to wait and see, because in the last episode we did manage to go 3 games without a win, but more importantly we lost 2 Premier League games in a row, 3 goals conceded. We're really missing Ruben Dias in defence. We didn't concede that many goals in many games this season, and I think it's the suspension to Ruben Dias that has really killed us in the Premier League race. It means that going into this game at home against Wolves, we are hoping that Man City lose to 9th place Sheffield United. That's the only way we can win the title. If they lose and we win against Wolves, we take the title. Any other result, and basically we don't win the title unless we both lose and Chelsea can win and take the title. So 3 potential winners today. Man City in the driving seat because we threw it all away. They have to lose. A draw isn't enough. We have to win. But then if we do manage to just completely throw away the Premier League title, we do get a chance to take on Manchester United in the Champions League final, which will also happen today. So even if this game doesn't go well, we have got something to look forward to. There could be a major win in this episode to round off our second season. But in the team for this game against Wolves, we have Kane and Butman up top, with Fati and David Neres on the wings. Duane, Cotillon and Daniel are in central midfield, with Gonçalves, Lorenzo, Koulibaly, Sezal and Onana in goal. This should be a routine win for us, but on the back of 3 games without a win and 2 straight defeats, you never know. But really we need to get the win, not just to give ourselves a chance of the title, but also because we can't go into the Champions League final on a poor run of form. So let's kick off, but I am just going to make sure I get the little box up with the scores on it. If we go to the actual pitch screen, is that gonna, maybe we just have to wait until this runs out. It's not letting me get the little box thing up to change the settings for whatever reason. There we go, now we can get the box up. Let's get the latest scores on the screen, and this is a match that we're going to be keeping an eye on. So the corner goes in, Butman over the top. We need to score anyway to give ourselves a chance here, but we are going to get the scores flag in this top left. It's still 0-0 at the moment as Kane has the ball. Now Koulibaly forward to David Neres. He charges forward, Neres. He's still going, Neres, and he's nearly got a goal there. David Neres very, very close to giving us the lead. Butman down, Daniel's shot, and it's a beautiful one from the edge of the area to make it 1-0. And as it stands, we are still not going to win the title because we need Sheffield United to score against Manchester City. But all we can do today is our job. We need to get the win. Daniel has set us on a path to do that. Chelsea have beaten Everton as well, so they're waiting in the wings. They're third in the league and need us and Man City to lose to take the title. But we're doing our job, Chelsea doing their job. It's all about whether Man City can finish the title race themselves. At the moment though, looks like it might still be 0-0 in that game. Let's have a look, see if a score has popped up. It is still 0-0, so we've got a chance here. Ball back to Luis Maximiano. He sends it forward. I mean, the other option is we score 12 today. That would also give us a chance of winning the title if Man City were to draw. You can see it's all 3 teams tied on 81 points. It's disappointing we haven't got more goals this season. Normally my team with this tactic, we have the best goal difference in the league. That's not happened this season, and Duane Cotillon's stolen the ball there. Now Butman turns the defender, charging down the right flank. He's got players across, and Wilson has brought him down. This should give us our 2-0 lead and pretty much guarantee the win today. Harry Kane's going to take the penalty for us. He steps up, Harry Kane, the club captain, and he scores. He's looking for his second Premier League title, his 19th goal of this season. But it's out of his hands, it's out of my hands, it's out of the club's hands. We're on course to get the win today, but Sheffield United still haven't taken the lead against Manchester City. All the pressure on them today. They need to get that result to win the title. I wonder how they're feeling right now. But we are doing our job. We're being professional. We're getting the win. It's been a tough end to the season. We've played so many games. And at the moment, it's not quite enough for us, but we are still in the driving seat here. We're playing happily. We're not really under pressure. Wolves haven't really done anything. No idea what the score is elsewhere. Sheffield United still 0-0 as Koulibaly plants that header over the top. Come on, Sheffield United, get a goal. Everton have got a goal against Chelsea. They're still losing. That game no longer matters. Man United have just taken the lead into the last 20 minutes or so. Still 0-0 in that game. Is there going to be a late winner for Sheffield United to give us the title? Butman charges through on goal. It's saved, and Otto nearly concedes an own goal there. That would have been embarrassing. I almost don't care about this game anymore. We're obviously going to win it. It's all about this Sheffield United match. It's still 0-0 over there. We've still got a chance. Is this going to be one of the most dramatic ends to the Premier League season ever? Because obviously if it stays 0-0 and they finish after we do, we won't find the final result till pretty much the full-time whistle, when there's either going to be celebrations on the pitch or there isn't, I suppose. 10 minutes to go. Come on, Sheffield United. Get a goal for us. Zazal with the long throw goes in. Easy for Luis Maximiano. It doesn't matter what's happening on the pitch. We're just looking at that Sheffield United-Manchester City scoreline. 0-0 it remains. Daniel on the attack. Charges into the box straight at Luis Maximiano. Come on, Sheffield United. Get a goal. Still 0-0. 5 minutes to go. Gonçalves to Duane Codolon. Plays it down the line for Ansu Fati. His ball goes in. Butman arriving. Daniel's there. And Daniel puts it in the top corner for 3-0. The fans still hoping at the moment, but I can imagine the fans almost not celebrating that goal when it goes in, because they'd just be looking out for the match at Sheffield United, watching on their phones, listening in their ears, waiting for other people in the crowd to tell them what's happening. But right now on the pitch, we've done our job and we've done it well. It's 3-0. We need another 9 to win the title. That looks unlikely. Added time it is. Are we going to get that goal for Sheffield? It's finished 3-0. I think the fact there's no title celebrations means that we have not won the title. But let's find out what happened. And it did finish 0-0. Look at the end to that season. That's so painful that we threw that away. I knew it was going to be a low points finish this season. Just 81. It's not often you see such a low finish. But 3 teams finished level on points, and goal difference was the settler. Oh, that's painful. 8 goals separating the teams at the top. We would have needed another 8 goals, and then maybe we would have won the league. 9 goals would have guaranteed it, but we weren't able to do it. We got 3, but it wasn't enough, and the Premier League title has passed us by. Fatty's happy that we challenged for the title. Second place isn't bad. We were expected to finish in mid-table, so second place is pretty good going, but we've got a job to do to come and win that title again next time around against Manchester City. I think I will stay here for another season. I think that's the plan. Manchester City are the champions. Daniel gets Young Player of the Year. I get Manager of the Year, which is nice because we didn't win the title. And you can see the City team taking almost every role. So Zhao did well in his first season at the club. But let's go ahead to the Champions League final next and see if we can pick up our 4th, I think, Champions League title as manager. Time for the Champions League final now. The team is fully rested, and even better, we have Ambere and Esposito both on the bench, both still carrying injuries, but if we need to throw the kitchen sink at Man United in this game, they are 2 excellent sinks to be able to throw. But the team to go into the second Champions League final in Tottenham's history, and hopefully the first successful one in Tottenham's history, is made up of Kane, Butman, Fati and Greenwood in attack, Bellingham and Daniel in the middle, with Gonçalves, Kenner, Diaz and Sazal in defence, Onana in goal. This would be an amazing achievement in just our second season at the club, having already won a Premier League title last season and just letting a second slip through our fingers this year. If we can beat Man United in the Champions League final, it would be absolutely mission accomplished for us at Tottenham. They've got Rodrigo and Martial up top, with Ihataren in the hole just behind. Then it's Tonali, Bentancur, Silva in midfield, Gaia one of our former players at left back, with Gill, Zuma, Aarons and Martin in goal. I'm not sure who Martin is. He's played 18. He doesn't have the best record. We must have an injury to one of their key players. But Manchester United, I think, finished down in 4th in the Premier League. So we've got a real opportunity here to win this Champions League title. They're not a Real Madrid, they're not a Barcelona, but they do have a free kick here, taken by Tonali. He goes for it, and it's just pushed over by Onana at that near post. So first, a real shot in anger comes from Man United as Gaia puts this one in. Daniel happy to get it away. Hatteran doesn't look fully match fit, which could play into our advantage because he is one of their better players. Now it's Gaia to Tonali, over to Bentancur. It's a very solid United team, this. If not spectacular, it's very, very solid. And a Hatter in there plays in. Max Aarons in behind. He's put it across, and it's off the woodwork. And Onana catches the ball that comes free. But we do just need to sort of wake up a little bit here, because Manchester United have made the better start in this Champions League final. It's the Stade de France where we're at, and we're hoping for a Paris miracle here against Manchester United. It's very tense at the moment. Not an awful lot happening. We're going to tell the team to get creative. And we've got a throw in now. It's going to be Gonçalves to take it. Long throw into the box. Kane's there. He's been allowed to get to it. Daniel's in. He's found Greenwood. It's off the post. And it is cleared away. But a real opportunity just before half-time there for our team to potentially take the lead. But it looks like we're going in at half-time. And it remains 0-0. I think I would say we've been the better team in that half. But you never know how these finals are going to go. We were practicing penalties in training yesterday as Max Aarons puts us over the top. Martial has got to it. And it's a beautiful tackle there by Diaz, blocking the effort and putting the ball out for a corner, because Martial is lethal in that sort of position. And Butman then gets the header away. Gill tries to run it over when he maybe should have put it down the wing. We've had 4 yellow cards already. We could have a Champions League red today. Danny plays the ball out. Now Zuma across to Gill. It's launched forward to Silva. Luis Alberto to Tonali. Slow build up from United. We're hoping for a mistake in defence here. Zuma back to the goalkeeper, who was being rushed there, and we've got the ball back. Excellent turnover. Fatty to Daniel. Now Greenwood down the right. He's beaten the defender. He plays it in, and Butman has finished in the Champions League final. Richard Butman. I was accused of signing him just for his name, but the Butman has done it in the Champions League final, showing that he was a good player in addition to having a hilarious name. Greenwood slipped it through, and Butman with the finish past there. Probably out of his league goalkeeper to give us a 1-0 advantage. Can we compound it? It's Kane back to Gonçalves. I'll settle for champions of Europe if we can't be champions of England. Bellingham beats his man, plays it in. Kane is in there. It's come back to Fatty on the volley, and he deserves a goal in this final. He has been out of this world good since we signed him in January. And at 2-0, surely that is another Champions League trophy in our possession. It'll be coming home with me tonight if we win this with Spurs. Fatty on the volley. Stunning finish into that top corner for 2-0. And Manchester United staring down the barrel of another Champions League final defeat. They've got Sarri in charge of the club, which is interesting. Greenwood with the ball over. Danny does successfully come and claim that. 20 minutes to go and a 2-goal advantage. We're in a great position here as Danny throws it out to Tonali. Ball on to Dani Olmo. They're full of all the wonder kids that you signed at the start of the game, this United team. Rodrigo plays it over. It comes to Tonali once more. He's given it away. Gonçalves, though, not the best header, has only found Max Aarons. Ball inside to Martial. Silva out to Aarons again. He's got 2 in the box. He finds Dani Olmo. And once again, Onana is beaten at his near post. And now we're in for a nervy last 20 minutes. It's just poor defending, really. Gonçalves should have done better with his first clearing header. But Aarons' ball across. Olmo shouldn't have been allowed to get a volley off without anybody between him and the goal. And Onana shouldn't be being beaten at his near post. So a bit of shoddy play from across the pitch there. And we need to make some changes here, because we can't have this many players on yellow cards in a Champions League final. We can certainly bring Lazala on. We can take Daniel off. Maybe drop Butman back. And then bring on I think probably not Esposito, but we can bring Jenna on. And then last change, I don't really want to take Fatty off. Let's leave it at that for now. See if we pick up another booking before making a further change. We've got 10 minutes to go. Ruben Dias to Kenner. Ball forward to Bellingham. Outside to Fatty. I'd be surprised if Kane doesn't score in this final. And Fatty doing it himself. He doesn't quite have the finish on him there, as it just goes wide off the post. We're 10 minutes away from our first Champions League title with Tottenham Hotspur. Lazala's long throw, Gill away, but only to Greenwood. Beats the defender inside out, Greenwood, and then can't quite finish it. He's played well down the right today, Greenwood. And we have just minutes left. We're about to go very defensive. We're going to make another change. Who else can we bring on? We could bring Duane Codlon on for Bellingham. 5 minutes of added time. We're very defensive. We're holding out for a Champions League title. And we've done it. Surely, referee blows the whistle. We lift the Champions League. And we have done it with Tottenham. We just lost out on the Premier League title by just 9 goals this season over the course of 38 games. But somehow we've gone on to win the Champions League. That is absolutely emphatic from the club there for us to go and win the Champions League. We've done the double because we also won something else, the Community Shield this season. And that is absolutely fantastic. I can't believe that we've won the Champions League. Spurs' first ever Champions League. First time they've ever been champions of Europe. And that is absolutely massive for the club. Because that was a really disappointing end to the season, but we finished it as champions of Europe. Nobody will care about that lost title now because we have another Champions League title in our suitcase. Absolutely fantastic that we've managed to do that. I didn't really think that we'd do it as quickly as we have with Spurs. Obviously, I'm always expecting to get to the point where you are going to win the Champions League with the club that you're at. But that is fantastic. To do it in just 2 seasons is brilliant. Some people don't think we can win the title next season, which is surprising. But I can't believe we've done that. Absolutely fantastic. Onana's won some sort of award. I don't really care what for. The team have done well this season, but really it was signing Esposito and Fatty that did it for us. We'll deal with the rest of this at some point in the future. We don't have a massive budget for next season. Well, I mean, it's alright. $500,000 in the wage budget will help. But Ambere sets a new record despite his assist at his injury at the end of the season. And really, let's just have a look at this squad, this European champions squad, because if we maybe just go through the positions themselves. Onana here played 61 games in the end this season. We need to find a replacement. He's not the best in the world, and we need a better goalkeeper, in my opinion. Koulibaly will be leaving the club at the end of the season. Lorenzo is still only 21, despite everything he's done. He'll be around for the long term. Bollen will develop next season and potentially join the first team a bit more, similar to Gonçalves, who played a surprising number of games this season because of Bernard's injury. Lazala at right back has been consistent. He was our first choice last season. He's still very good. Noman Kenner is a very good player in the middle as well and has done well. Ruben Dias, we know what we get with him. Sazal at right back was one of the signings of the season for me. Our best bit of summer business by far. 18 million. He is worth an awful lot more than that now. Bernard as well, 19 years old, was fantastic when he played this season. Also worth a lot more than we paid for him. Buttman was a great signing, the young German. £31 million he cost, but absolutely worth every penny. That Champions League final goal showing that. Daniel as well cost a fortune in the summer, 94 million, but look at that return, absolutely exceptional from him. Giannin Duane Codlon has been a brilliant developer through the season, 19-year-old. Signed from Monaco for 7 million. He's been fantastic, coming off the bench most of the time. And Beret, we know what we get from him as well. Not quite reaching the heights of last season, but his injury really did knock him out. And Neres coming in has been consistent as ever. £20 million. He's been fantastic. What a return that is. 20 million. He's worth 51 now. He could leave the club if a good bid comes in for him. He was easy money. Jude Bellingham, world class. Continues to be so. He's consistent every game. Harry Kane at 32, still scoring the goals, will retire at the club, a bit like Messi at Barcelona. I won't be selling him at any point. He will just keep going. Mason Greenwood as well will be around for a while to come, I think. A good, consistent season, just like last season. Xerxes, after that big injury, came back and really contributed to the team. He has a fantastic scoring rate for the club, so I expect him to be around for some time to come. Esposito as well came in and saved our season, really. 18 and 24 overall, £125 million, very well spent. And Fatty, my favourite signing so far, doesn't really show the stats here, but look at that at the bottom, 7.37 rating, 11 goals and 26. He was brilliant when we signed him in January. Andre would probably leave in the summer if a bid came in for him. He didn't play anywhere near as much as last season when he was very, very good. And Jana as well, big injury for him, but played well until that came. So we have a really, really strong squad. Probably a little bit heavy at the top end. We've got too many strikers. We could do with a few of them going. Strengthen the defence, get a new goalkeeper. We've got a new midfielder coming in the summer as well. We've signed Zachariah Wilson, a young English central midfielder, so he'll be an addition to that centre, strengthen us out a little bit more. But if you enjoyed that final, do drop a like down below. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new. But until next time, see ya.